Hi there, it's wildmutationblu here, or as I'm known by people who know, Terry. Okay, this is my entry into the Horace Wimp 100 subs competition. Okay, so I'll crack on giving me answers to the questions. Now the first question was if it was going to be stranded on a desert island, what two films would it take and why? Okay. Well, the first film I'd have on my list would be Castaway, starring Tom Hanks, playing the character of Chuck Noland. Okay. So the reason why I take this is because it's a great film, and it's a good motivator for me when I'm out there on my own, battling against the elements and whatever comes at me, okay, from the woods or the jungle or whatever there is there. Okay, so if you haven't seen the film, I'll just give you some insight on what the film's all about. Castaway. Tom plays this character, Chris Noland, and he's a problem solver for FedEx. I'm hoping you know what FedEx is. Okay. American sort of package handling company, distributes stuff, delivers on time. Okay, so he's a troubleshooter at FedEx, who ironically, basically, he's on a plane carrying numerous FedEx packages, which plummets down into the ocean. So he's got his biggest problem-solving thing there to do. How am I going to survive? So challenge for his wits there. Okay. So he does manage to get to a deserted island. Okay. And he's, after a few days, he's helped out by cargo from the wreckage when it floats over to the island. So he uses that best he can to try and help him survive. Okay. The item that helped him out the best was a ball, which he named Wilson, so he used that as a companion. So I'd get a coconut or something and I'd do something similar, because I wouldn't have any cargo, I'm assuming, on this. Horace makes the rules, I don't know. I may not have any cargo I could rummage through, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I'll be using that to help me as reference points for what he did. I'll try and copy it. Okay, second movie take up would be A Few Dollars More by Clint Eastwood. Well, it's a chief role in that. Again, I do love me westerns, so I would really miss me Clint Eastwood flicks if I was away on my own. So I'll take that with me just purely for entertainment. Again, I'll give you a little insight on what that film's all about. You may not be all over the westerns, but I am. Okay, so that film is amazing. Okay, it shows a story of two bounty hunters who team up together to defeat a desperate gang. So, okay, I won't tell you what happens in the film. Don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. Okay, the film hero I would most like to play would be Maximilian. Not Mad Max. Maximilian, played by Russell Crowe in the movie Gladiator. I like it so much, I've got 2 different steelbooks of it. I might put them on a review at some stage, I don't know. Yeah, but I'd like to do the role of him because I'm sure you've all seen the movie, or you mightn't. Well, he's basically he's running a squadron of Roman soldiers. The first scene in the movie is them in Germania, or as it's known now, Germany. So the last final conquest, so they can rule the world, is to defeat the Germans, basically. And so it's just an amazing film because he starts off in this high position, then goes down to being a slave, basically, and he fights his way back up again, like Ben-Hur kind of stuff there for you. Yeah, so I'd like to not go through all the hardships as such, but I'd like to be in with the gladiator strengths, One thing that was good about him, as well as role in the movie, was he wasn't only helping himself, he was helping his fellow gladiators defeat anything that came at them. Okay, so that's my role in life. I try and help people as best I can, and point them in the right direction, give them some advice. Okay, yeah, and so that's my entry into this competition. Apart from the last question, which I nearly forgot there, and I threw my paper over there, haven't I? So, first movie I remember watching was a film called Gone in 60 Seconds, which the original one from, I think it was 1974, so I would have been around 3 at the time, not this big. You can see my hand, but it's there. Now, I've got to be honest, I don't really remember the film whatsoever. The only bit I remember was someone had stolen an orange car and they were trying to escape the police, and they went into a petrol station or something, pulled in, and there was an identical car there which they basically robbed and got off. That's the only bit I remember, but I did fall asleep during the film, so that's it. Okay, so that's Wild Mutation signing off, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.